Hey guys, TecTimmy here. So if you're a tech enthusiast like me, you probably find that you go through lots and lots of batteries. There's just some of the batteries and carnage that I've gone through over the course of the past month or so. It's actually normally quite a bit worse. If you fly drones, radio controlled cars and so forth, you know what I'm talking about. Those sort of high capacity electronics, they just heat up batteries. And I've been buying these guys like left and right over at Amazon, so these large battery packs, but they're expensive. I think I might have paid, I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely more than, I would call it 20 bucks for 20 batteries. So it's pretty crazy. So thankfully I was contacted by a company called POWEROWL, and what they make is a charger for AA and AAA batteries, and so it's basically like a charging dock, and they also provide the batteries as well. So I think with this pack, I have the AA's, but you can also use the charger to charge up your AAA batteries as well. I love the name of the company, POWEROWL, and I would like to thank them first off for sending this over so I could do the review, the unboxing, and setup. And I pulled up my friend Hootie here, just in honor of the name Owl, POWEROWL. I think you can see what they do there, you know, Wise, Power, all that sort of stuff. But without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. All right, so the box is well done. It's certainly no frills. I have some warnings on the front tab of the box. So do not put in water, fire, and keep dry, obviously. Don't let children use the charger alone. Do not use or charge a damaged battery. Good advice. And do not charge alkaline batteries and lithium batteries. So rechargeable batteries in here only, guys. Do not try to charge your regular batteries because it will not work. And you can get different brands of rechargeable batteries on Amazon, including I think Amazon Basics actually has its own. And my understanding is that you can put those guys in here as well. I am actually going to order some AAA batteries for this because my understanding is that it will charge both AA and AAA batteries as well. I'm going to set my boy Obi-Wan over here for a second. I just thought I'd throw him in the shot so we could have a look as well. And so in the box right away, so we have our 2 4-packs of rechargeable AA batteries. Just if I can get those off here. And it's nice I didn't have to take my unboxing knife out for the box, but now I'm wondering if I should have taken it out for these guys here, but no worries. And as I go through the box, what I'll do is I'll read out some of the specs. I have a couple of notes here that I took off to the side that we can take a look at as well. So I do want to get these out of the plastic wrap. First off, one of the cool things, my understanding, is that with the charger, you don't have to have all 8 batteries in the charger at once. So if you just want to charge up a few at a time, I believe it'll actually charge them faster if you do it that way. So that's cool. And ooh, so charge is nice and it's definitely legit. And I was like a little bit confused about like how it would charge 8 batteries. I've had rechargeable batteries in the past, but it's usually just a couple of batteries at a time, you know. And then so here we have, let's see what we have here. Is it USB? Yeah, so it looks like we have regular USB to micro USB charger, which is fine. So not USB-C, which I'm a little bit surprised they haven't gone to USB-C yet. So that's a micro USB, and that's regular USB. And then so here, charger, but power cord. So this is the actual charger. And then so here's where you attach the your micro USB guy right here, and it fits in there nice and snug. And right off to the side here, I also have I have a power brick that has some USB type A ports in there. So, ooh, look at that, lights up. Very, very futuristic. And I should just probably cover what's in the rest of the box real quick. Getting ahead of myself here, too excited by all the pretty lights. And then so here we have some documentation. Not loving the microscopic little itty bitty type, but I'll get my readers out and we should be able to handle this just fine. Seems pretty straightforward, a lot of safety stuff here, and we have a couple of different languages. So yeah, just note to POWEROWL. Want some advice in terms of revving your document? I'm a technical writer by trade, so I can actually help with that. The biggest thing is you got to get that typeface up because it's just so hard for people to read and they get aggravated. So, okay, so here we go. So green means go, is my understanding. So red, they'll go red as they're recharging. And then so you can see you have a separate groove inside here. So that is where the AAA batteries, if you have them, would go. I don't have any rechargeable AAA batteries. Let me just see if I can prove that out though. I have regular batteries, so this is what I just said not to do. So that's not gonna work, but they fit in there nice. And as you can see, it says that it's recharging, but you get the red light because this is a no-go. It's not a rechargeable battery. But cool that you can do both AA and AAA batteries in there. In fact, I think that's probably one of the bigger benefits of this, which is cool, as well as the 8 batteries. I mean, how cool is that? Okay, so it immediately went to red. So that means that it's charging. And then here, so that one's charging also. And I'm just gonna go all in, and we're gonna stick all eight batteries in here. Red is charging, green is charged. So that's essentially how that works. It does have an auto stop charging feature. So once they're charged, the light will turn green, and what will happen is once the light goes green, it will just stop charging. So the batteries obviously don't overload and get too much of a charge. You know, the 1 to 8 battery factor I love, and you know, basically just like we just saw. So all those batteries are being charged right now. This one's not, obviously, because I took it out, but you can charge a few at a time, or you can charge them all at the same time, which I love that. You can recharge the batteries up to 1,200 times. So that's a lot of drone time. It's a lot of, you know, remote control time. It's a lot of whatever you typically use AA and AAA batteries for. So that is very cool as well. And I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to pause the video here, and I'm going to prove it out. I'll let them charge up until it goes to green, and then I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll talk about the rest of the features, and I'll actually stick the battery inside something, and we will see how well it works. All right, so we have most of the batteries charged up on the POWEROWL here, all save one. So you might think that this one's charged, but it's actually not. So watch what happens when I stick that in there. It goes red. And the reason is this one battery I did not have seated in the charger properly. The other thing I'll say is I'm pleasantly surprised. So maybe the batteries had a little bit of a charge out of the box. I'm not really sure, but it took less than 3 hours to get them to fully charge up, at least the ones that I positioned in the charger properly. I'm excited, and I think this has great potential to save, you know, it could save some folks a lot of money over time. Like I said, particularly if you do anything with high capacity that requires high capacity battery power, like drones, radio controlled cars, gaming controllers, and you know, and on and on. I'd say for universal remote stuff like that, also good, because you're not going to have to keep buying new batteries constantly over and over again, as I do, as you saw with my Energizer batteries from earlier. So I figured I'd give just a quick little, this is kind of a silly test, but just to kind of show that the batteries once charged up will work. So right now in this guy, I believe I have either Energizers or Duracell. This is the creepy face bank, and it requires 2 AA batteries. So watch this. Watch how creepy this is. So if I put, hold on. Oh, I have to turn it on first. Tim, come on. What are you doing there? Here we go. And now his little mouth moves up and down, and that is basically so it does this with the traditional AA batteries. So I'm going to turn this off right now, and I'm going to take the batteries out. I believe it is this one. Yep. Okay. I thought it was 2, yeah. So it is 2, and as you can see, I have some of the my Energizer batteries in here. Interestingly, I had Duracell ones prior, and they just died maybe after about, I'm assuming this thing takes very little bit of power, but probably it was maybe 6 months or something. But I love the idea of not having to spend money needlessly. So basically, I'm going to stick these guys in here, assuming it works. I really don't know if this is going to work or not, guys. So hopefully POWEROWL is true to their product here, and this is just going to work. So I turned it off, so I'm going to turn it back on, and then here we go. Moment of truth, and there we go. Face bank is already firing up with the POWEROWL batteries. I'm going to feed them a quarter, and that's pretty much it. So we did the unboxing. We did a little bit of a setup, which was really not even a setup, because basically just need to plug it in. I would say that, so the micro USB, okay, so it's not the latest technology. I think that the reason for the micro USB, where the micro USB is probably fine instead of something like USB-C, quiet you. Where the micro USB is fine instead of something like USB-C is because in order to get these things to charge, as I just witnessed, even with the micro USB to USB type A, it did not take long at all. So very cool on that. I was kind of hoping that last battery might actually light up while we were talking here, but totally fine. I have every degree of confidence that this one will also charge. Like I said, I did not have that seated right in the charger initially, which is why it's still red, but it also kind of shows you kind of neat that you can charge as up to 8 batteries. It doesn't have to be 8, it doesn't have to be full up. And then these are ready, the green is indicating ready for an additional charge. And then the other cool thing about this is, according to my understanding, is that you can also use third-party batteries in here as well. I'm sure POWEROWL would appreciate it if you bought their batteries, as I'm going to do myself. I'm not sure if they have AAA or not. I'll actually leave a comment below if I can get an answer to that. But I'm going to buy some AAA batteries as well for this, because I have a ton of devices that do AAA. So I hope this video helped. If it did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I appreciate it greatly. It helps out the channel a lot. And I hope to see you in the next video. I do all sorts of videos about tech. And I would just like to say one last thank you to POWEROWL for sending me along this complimentary charger and rechargeable batteries. Very cool. And I'm going to go and I think stick some of these into my drone next. Anyhow, hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.